Hi everybody, it's Kathy here from Kathy Loves a Scrap, and I'm coming to you from the land down under today, and I am joining in on the Dive Right In online crop with Monica's page. That is Life is Art, and this was the challenge that we had to create, a 1 or 2 double page based on that sketch, on that layout, and this is what I've created. This one here is of my daughter and I when we were at Airlie Beach. So I'm doing a bit of mixed media background into this one, and I do apologise, it is a little bit longer than my normal videos, and I understand how precious time is in people's lives, but please stick through if you can, and you can see the techniques that I've put into place. So first of all, I'm starting off by stamping across the top, and I notice I'm not exactly 100% straight, but that's okay because the ocean isn't straight. Even though it looks like it against the horizon, it's actually an optical illusion. So I'm stamping in my waves because they come in waves, and I'm going to actually be using some distress crayons to colour those. I then am adding in some bubbles, which I'm putting across this bottom half on both sides. And I'm not the greatest stamper in the world, but that's okay. And some are dark and some are light, and that's fine because that's what it's like under the water. They're not all defined bubbles. And where I've got that patch there, I actually can cover that up as I'm going through the layout. So I'm making sure that they're all in. I am using archival ink so that it won't run because I am using the distress crayons and water. These are Tim Holtz distress crayons. The mica in them is amazing, and they allow you to do such beautiful waterworks and watercolours across your layouts. So first of all, I'm just colouring in some bubbles around the layout. I'm not going to colour all the bubbles. I'm just doing a few of them. I'm doing these ones in this colour, and then I do use another blue for some more. And then I use that blue for my waves at the top. And I didn't want the strong mica in the bubbles, so I've done it on a piece of scrap to the side so I can add water and dilute it more without making a solid line, which you will see is what happens in my waves. And that's okay because that's what I wanted the waves to do. I wanted to have that differentiation there. And because it is mica and it becomes a watercolour paint, it adds that to a dimension to the layout. And I have gone in down underneath those waves, but that's okay because my photo and my mat will cover that, but I also just wanted to bleed it down a little bit to give the illusion of the water, not just being this big slab across the page. So if you haven't used these distress crayons, they are amazing. I then have gotten some watercolour paint, and I'm adding some splatters of blue across the page. I'm not very good at splattering. I need to learn to do it better. I do have a fan brush. I really need to dig it out because I believe that gives you a better splatter. So I'll need to go find that brush and put it to use. So I'm adding the splatters, and I'll put those to the side. As I said, these Tim Holtz distress crayons, I've actually had them for a long time and not used them until recently, and now I find that they're a good go-to, and I like the colours that are in them, and the mica of all Tim Holtz's things is so much brighter. I am using fishtail banners on this layout as per the design, so I went with some Scrapasketch printables for this. It's their underwater design set, which I will put the link down below, as well as my discount code if you choose to use these printables to create the similar layout. But the other thing is check them out for all the amazing printables that Lisa does have on that site. So I create these fishtail banners, and I want them to stand out a little bit. So to do that, I am going to distress the edges with the salty ocean. And I thought I had a blue sponge, but I couldn't find it, so I've just made a new one. I'm distressing them with the ink first, and then I'm going to distress them with the tool just to give some texture and lifting them off the page so that they're not so flat against that background. So as I said, these photos were taken of my daughter and I at Airlie Beach when we landed there on our cruise in November last year. We went on a tuk-tuk ride, and as we were on the tuk-tuk ride, the driver took us and showed us this private beach that the locals know, because the stingers were out in force at that time of the year, and you can't swim in the ocean without getting stung. So it was the lagoon at Airlie Beach or no swimming, and then the lagoon was pretty full, and so our tuk-tuk driver said, no, everybody will head to the lagoon, I'll show you a beach, and he took us around the point and showed us a private beach where they have made this man-made beach so the stingers can't come in, yet the waves are beautiful, the water was fantastic, and we were able to spend the afternoon swimming in the ocean. So it was lovely, and it was nice of him to show it to us. And my daughter and I think while we were there was a grand total of maybe 6 people at the beach. So it was a great afternoon. The weather was perfect. The water was divine, and it really, really was worth going on that tuk-tuk tour just to find that beach and spend the afternoon. So I'm just putting down another strip of printables that I have used to extend. You can see where I've had to extend that length, but that's okay because the photos will cover that up. And I have taken a photo of the full length of the beach and the scenery from the entrance to the beach, so you can see what Airlie Beach is really like. It's absolutely beautiful up there at North Queensland, worth a visit if I say so myself. And my daughter and I, like I said, had a great afternoon actually swimming, and all she wanted was to swim in a beach with paradise water, and that's what she got to do, was swim in the beach with paradise water. So dream ticked off for her, and also a great adventure for the both of us. What I'm doing now is I'm going to build some clusters down the bottom. I'm sorry that you can't see the other side. It's exactly the same. I'm mirroring it over on the other side. My desk is very small, and when I get back from overseas, I'm going to look at extending that for the double pages, because we've got October coming and I will be doing so many double pages. It won't be funny, and I will have so many photos from my trip back from Alaska that I will need to do double pages. So that will be my priority when I come back to build the space. Okay, so you can see I've collected a whole range of different ephemera and phrases and catches. These are really old. I think these even came from my cruise from 2016, where I'm just adding some little sayings to build up that layout down the bottom. And I'm calling the page Can We Stay Here Forever, because that was just beautiful. And it was such a nice day. And she just didn't want to go back to the ship. She wanted to stay swimming. She is a bit of a mermaid. We've always said that she's the mermaid of the family, that as soon as she hits water, she's in and changes back. I'm adding a little word phrasing here, one snapshot, one stay cool, and you will see at the end all of it. I've put in a camera there as well, just to say that these were a scenic day. I'm writing in my journaling along the bottom of this layout, and it's handwritten, which is pretty good, because in the future people will want to know what handwriting was like, as they tend to live in the digital world. And as you can see, I'm just going to add in some pops of colour here in the white pearl, and then I come back and I add in some silver glitter ones as the bubbles that the fish are doing, and I put that on both sides. And then I am going to come back with some glossy accents, and I'm going to use the glossy accents on both sides of the page. And first of all, I start by putting it on the camera lens because I want that to look authentic. But then after contemplating it, I decide that I'm going to actually use it on some of the bubbles, just so that they get that translucent appeal and look like they're dimensional across the page as well, so that that whole bottom panel is not so flat but has got some body. That's really important with a layout, I think, where you use a lot of white. I tend not to use a white base. I find it really hard to work with. That's why I try to build up with dimension and added elements. And you can see that I'm adding these accents in here, and that gives the bubbles a 3D effect, and it lifts them off the page a little bit, which helps for that flat bottom of it. And I'm actually liking how it came together. It was not something that I normally would create. It is a simple design, but it did take a bit of time to do because of all the different parts that went into this layout. So if you like it, or you think there's something that you don't want me to talk about when I'm doing it, like, do you like me talking about what I'm doing step by step, like in here where I'm faux stitching in just to add some more detail and lift that banner so that it's not just sitting flat on the page, or telling you the story behind the photos? Leave me a comment down below. Feedback is always good. I'm always looking for ways to improve. If something's not working for you, let me know. If you like something that I'm doing, let me know so I can keep doing. It's all really positive, and it all helps to build my content and keep you watching. So, as I said, it's really important for me to make sure that my borders or my pieces of paper don't just sit flat on there. I just want to add a little bit of dimension to it and add it so that it looks together. Here they are together. I will have stills at the end so you can see the full effect. As I said, I'm really sorry that I work in a limited space. That's just how it is at my place. They've got fish tail batters. There's the fish there. You can see the silver bubbles coming out of the fish. And I actually think it's quite a cute little layout in the end. And it will go into the cruise album, and my daughter will be having those memories when she gets older about our time together. I'm very special. Now, ummed and ahed about this edging here, and in the end it didn't make it to the layout. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps you. I'm sure you'll find something here that could be of interest, or something here that you didn't know, or something here that you forgot about. Just give me a thumbs up down below. It lets me know that I'm doing the right thing for you as an audience. It also lets YouTube know that you want to see more of what I'm doing. These close-ups show you those accents on the camera. You can see those quotes. They just add that little bit of something to the layout, the colouring of the water bubbles. It all just builds a cohesive layout for you to just put together as a beach layout. And this here is the strip across the top where those waves tie it all together like it is a horizon on the page. I'm Kathy from Kathy Loves to Scrap, scrapping down under. As I said, I really like when you watch. Thanks for sticking it out. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. I hope I did something to make you want to keep watching. Leave me the comment like I asked for. I will get back to you. I love feedback. It helps everything. You can find me on all my socials under Kathy Loves to Scrap, including Instagram, where all my layouts end up, even those without a video. So happy scrapping. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.